What's up guys, JoseGazza, Yellow Gazza here, and today I'm gonna be watching a new direct that came out yesterday. There's a new hero called Byleth. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but it came out yesterday. And it's from Fire Emblem. Ooh, I can't wait to see that. So I know I haven't uploaded videos, but now I'm back. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. But but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and please smash that like button. And yeah, let's get started.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharat upon our enemies!
Who is that?
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
What kind of question is that? That is a dumb question, honestly.
I also do not wish to die.
Nobody does.
There is no other choice. You must join Smash.
I'm sorry, what?
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Huh? Byleth joins Smash House.
Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Oh my god, that is really good. Damn, Cloud just beat the hell out of him.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Awkward.
So that is how you plan to win the day?
By saying nothing?
I reward your cleverness this time.
Jesus Christ.
How is this?
Oh.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's roles. With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Byleth. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches aggression. Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Oh boy. Fire Emblem? 3 houses? Oh, it's Sakurai.
Hi, yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th.
January 28th?
If you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Okay.
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary.
Super scary, actually.
The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
Okay,
I'll give it a
lol.
try. There you go, 17.
Go Sakura. He knows what he's doing.
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
Pretty awesome, honestly.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Yeah, what is it?
In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Byleth, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example, because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Wait, what?
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
I do, honestly.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
As a part of a Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demons. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For the smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this.
Whoa, that thing is huge. Dang, even spikes.
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Bro, you could get like a free spike
this.
by playing as this character. You could get like a free spike if you want to.
Until damage reaches a certain percentage.
It knocks out opponents.
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge.
It's kind of like Joker's recovery, but it's kind of a little bit different.
Latch onto edges. So that's the up special.
Let me guess, is Byleth the new
This is
Joker?
the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attack. As you can see, they have a long reach, like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Oh.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit. And you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
Nice.
Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack.
Oh my god, that is really painful.
You can try
Oh!
with this attack.
Ooh, that gotta hurt.
Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see,
Yo, that is huge. You could take, you could take opponents from his down smash.
Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect, which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this.
Damn. That is way so funny. That's too funny.
Due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed. Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move.
Wait, you can turn around with that?
So if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Ouch.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks.
Bro, it could kill like at 36%.
Counter after counter.
It went to 0% to
Next, we have the
36.
neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like it. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed.
Not
It's also
bad.
very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash
Oh!
an arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it.
What? So you can break
So you
shield?
see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Oh, that's really terrible. Take note,
Once you've entered the stage,
Fox mains.
you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents.
Bro, you saw the table
So, you
broke.
need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Whoa! Oh my god.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophist and launch an attack together. Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sophist, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
New stage. Alright.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garrick Mach Monastery. This is how Garrick Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are residents of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri is the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Lol.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. and you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fooding Gazza in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up,
We're going up.
the camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed. It's similar to the Bridge of Eldon stage. From the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Oh, really?
Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War.
Well, for me, as a Sonic main, I might like that
I guess once
stage.
you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain
The
and
bridge is really wide.
you can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Jesus. Now we're going. Where are we going now?
The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing at the cathedral are Seta, Flane, and Rhea. There's Seta, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flane. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Let's see Byleth in action.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Ta.
Oh! Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo!
Rest in peace,
By
Banjo.
now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all
Rest
5
in peace,
opponents with
Terry.
just the professor here.
Alright, here we go. We got Sakurai taking on Robin for game 1 on the tag team.
It's not going to land that easily.
Ooh.
This is bad. Shenanigans.
Yo, let's go, Sakurai. Let's
I
go.
better keep my distance.
Think wisely, Sakurai.
I'll use this chance to attack. Got
Oh,
it.
let's go.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
Oh, nice. Well played,
Lots of
Sakurai.
explosives. Ouch.
Oh, going up against an
Shit with
Ike.
that, huh? Good one.
Ooh.
If I do this, like this,
Oh.
or like so.
Sucker?
No anti-air, huh? There.
Oh, let's go. 3 more.
Good. There's Mom.
Oh, metal.
You're in a good spot, Mom.
Rest in peace, Corin.
Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel
Uh-oh.
like the enemy might get this smash ball.
Yo, he almost died.
But I mustn't give up.
Back throw. Ooh.
I can't
That's a
waste
kill.
this chance.
Yeah, that is a kill.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
Oh, he's dead. Oh my god, it's really
There's still
painful.
more. Whack.
Meow.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state.
You really thought you were gonna get countered.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won.
Good job, Sakurai.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.